If you've hung around soil stories long enough, you already know I'm obsessed with anything that gives you maximum harvest for minimum effort. And honestly, who wouldn't want that? Most of us think fruits like mangoes, guavas, and oranges are the only plant once, harvest for years crops. But what if I told you that there are vegetables that behave the exact same way? Vegetables you plant once, walk away from, and enjoy fresh harvests season after season, sometimes for decades. Yes, fellow gardener, these are the unsung heroes of the garden, the quiet, hard-working perennials that keep popping up every year like loyal old friends. No replanting, no yearly hustle, no fuss, just good food, good soil, and good stories. Today, let me walk you through 20 incredible vegetables that grow like fruit trees. Plant them once, eat forever. Whether you're gardening in a backyard, balcony containers, or a forgotten corner of your homestead, these crops will transform your food security and make your garden feel abundant all year long. Asparagus is one of those crops that rewards patience. It takes a year or two before you can harvest, but once it settles in, it can feed your family for 15 to 20 years. It grows back every spring like clockwork, sending up tender green spears that practically taste like the first warm day of the season. Plant it in rich, well-drained soil and let it establish. It will serve you faithfully for decades. Rhubarb isn't just pretty, it's powerful. With huge leaves and red stalks, it behaves exactly like a fruit tree in its consistency and longevity. It dies back in winter and rises again stronger every year. Just keep picking the stalks and leaving a few for the plant, and rhubarb will reward you for 10 to 20 years without complaint. A gorgeous perennial that grows into a shrub-like plant, artichokes produce year after year once established. They love some sun, some space, and good soil. And the best part? Even if you forget about them, they often come back like a forgiving friend. If you want a vegetable that refuses to die, look no further. Jerusalem artichokes produce crisp, nutty tubers underground and can multiply like crazy. You plant a few once, and they naturalize into a perennial patch that keeps giving forever. This is one of the closest things to an actual vegetable tree. Chaya grows tall and leafy, producing nutritious greens all year long in warm climates. Once it takes root, it becomes nearly unstoppable, thriving even in poor soils where other vegetables struggle. Though technically not a true spinach, Malabar spinach grows as a thick, lush vine, almost like a fruiting vine, and comes back every warm season. It's perfect for vertical gardening and for gardeners who want endless greens without replanting. This plant is so independent it literally replants itself. Egyptian walking onions form bulbs on the top of their stalks, and when they get duri sein stansur die, ouder grasain bitsan, bodidi durier, on duri stanger stang parabine, duri veri ber albibrai. They fall and root themselves into the ground. You'll never need to buy onions again once a patch gets going. Regular kale lasts a season or two, but perennial tree kale, it grows like a hardy shrub, offering leaf after leaf for years. In many gardens, these kale trees reach chest height and become permanent sources of greens. This purple and green beauty grows low and dense, forming a lush edible carpet. Once established, it becomes a self-sustaining perennial that requires almost no maintenance. Just harvesting. Plant horseradish once and it practically becomes a family heirloom. Even if you harvest heavily, tiny root pieces left in the soil regrow into full plants. It's one of the most reliable long-term vegetables you can grow. Lovage tastes like supercharged celery and grows into a tall, bushy perennial. Once planted, it returns every spring and keeps giving until frost. This is perfect for soups, broths, and flavor lovers. Unlike annual chard, perpetual chard behaves like a short-lived perennial. In warm climates, it produces fresh greens for years without bolting. It's like having a leafy vegetable tree rooted in your garden. Give watercress what it loves, moist soil or running water, and it becomes a permanent patch that renews itself season after season. You can cut it repeatedly, and it bounces right back, stronger. Ramps are slow growers, but once established, they naturalize and return every spring like clockwork. A small patch can last a lifetime if harvested gently and allowed to spread. While bamboo needs to be managed carefully, its edible shoots are a delicious perennial vegetable source. Plant once and harvest tender shoots every year as the clump expands. In warm climates, cassava acts like a perennial root crop. You plant once, harvest the roots as needed, and let the plant keep growing. It behaves almost like a root tree hybrid in its reliability and resilience. Taro thrives in moist areas and produces edible corms and leaves. Once planted, it grows continuously, and you can harvest it cyclically without ever replanting the whole patch. Some leek varieties divide underground, creating a self-replenishing cycle. A small planting becomes a permanent leek bed if you harvest selectively. Sorrel is one of the most hard-working perennial greens you can grow. It shoots back every spring with vigorous growth, offering tangy leaves perfect for soups, salads, and sauces. In warm climates, ginger and turmeric become perennial root crops that multiply themselves underground. Even in cooler regions, you can grow them in pots and overwinter them. Plant once and every year you'll find new roots ready to harvest. Growing perennial vegetables is one of the smartest gardening decisions you can make. They save time, save money, enrich the soil, and create a self-sustaining food-secure garden. Whether you're a beginner looking for easy crops or an experienced gardener wanting long-term productivity, these vegetables fit beautifully into any space. And the best part? Each year you walk into your garden and see them returning, alive, thriving, and ready to feed you. It feels like nature whispering, "I've got you." If you enjoyed this guide and want more gardening secrets that actually work, make sure you subscribe to Soil Stories, give this article a thumbs up, and share it with your fellow gardeners. The world needs more growers, and it all starts with simple knowledge like this. Let's keep planting, keep learning, and keep telling soil stories together.